Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Today is going to be a long video, but please do not click away. Watch till the end because I think you might take something away from this. This is probably one of my more educational videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Today is a really exciting day. I get to wear a mask and run until exhaustion on a treadmill. So if that doesn't sound like fun, I don't know what is. But today, ToddFather and I are driving to the XLR8 Performance Lab in Ankeny, Iowa, just north of Des Moines. And I am going to get my VO2 Max tested. And this is something that I've wanted to do for a really long time. So I'm excited that I finally get to have it done. I've been looking forward to this for a while. Let's go.
Hey, so I'm Ben Tillis, and you're here in the facility for Engineered Performance, the place for XLR8 Performance Lab, where I get to do my fun stuff out of. And these guys here, as you can see, they've got a PT facility, they've got Cairo, and then XLR8 for my business. We get to work out in the back. So we'll take the camera back there here in a little bit and check out that space.
I'm gonna start the warm-up and then we will get right into the test. Should be exciting. Let's start warming up. So I didn't explain this super well in the video, so I'll explain it here. The VO2 Max test is an aerobic capacity test. It's very similar to the pacer test, which you might have run in gym class. Very fun. And it starts at 4 miles an hour, and then every 30 seconds it gets bumped up half a mile an hour. While you are doing this test, you are hooked up to a breathing tube where a computer can monitor all sorts of data points. And the coolest thing that I thought the computer did was it collected the volume of air inhaled every second. This data point had some crazy results at the end, so let's get into the moment that you've been waiting for. The VO2 Max test.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
Can't really say anything.
Now's the time. You've got 5 seconds to say everything you hate about your siblings. Go. Ready? Go. Right. If you biff it, that is what we will get on camera. So as fun as that would be, I don't think it'll feel very good, okay?
Will he be just running flat or will he be on an incline?
He'll be running flat until we get to 5-minute mile pace or better. We get above 5-minute mile pace, 12 miles an hour. That's the top of this treadmill. If anybody wants to sponsor, XLR, you can buy me a really nice new one that goes up to 4-minute miles or so. But then we'll go up an incline every 30 seconds at that point too.
Okay.
All right, this thing's almost done calibrating. It's getting the going. Super slow jog or a fast walk. If he taps out now, then his coach should be thoroughly embarrassed.
It's a long season.
It's a lot, right? Exactly.
When I'm there, where we go, try to catch it with my, try to catch it with my.
forward, stay forward. Attaboy. Woo! Attaboy.
Good job, Parker.
Great job, man. That is every bit as far as anybody's made it. We talked about the 10-minute mark. All right. He hit 69.2, all right, which is peak VO2. All right, so just under the magical 70 number, so you have to come back. All right, and so, and again, ignore heart rate data on there. He did not hit 227. But if you look at the data for people that like to compare themselves, let's see here. This is sort of the norms, okay? And this is for men. So in his age category of the 13 to 19s, anything over 55.9 is superior, right? So him being at 69.2, obviously you're fit aerobically. You've really improved your aerobic fitness, okay? So he's really, really high up there, probably in the top 5 of the boys that we've had. And so I really think you get to that level of fitness, if you're in the top 5, I have no doubt you're going to be probably in those low 16s in that range, if not even further. Obviously your fitness is there, good data on that end. What else you want to know from the test? You want to see maximum volume of air?
So the
125 liters of air a minute over a pop bottle a second coming in and out of those lungs. So that's crazy, right?
All right, we are leaving Accelerate. I'm very tired. It's about 9 o'clock, so we were there for over 2 hours. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, discuss what happened. But for now, I'm just going to ride home and rest. See you tomorrow. And I'm back. That was an amazing experience. Thank you so much to XLR8 Performance Lab. That was so much fun. First of all, I'm going to start off by breaking down the test, how I felt, and then I will get into the results and what I learned from the results. So the VO2 Max started out at 4 miles an hour. Every 30 seconds, the speed got bumped up half a mile an hour. For the first half of the test, I wasn't feeling super great. In fact, once I got to like the 6:30 pace, it felt like I was going a little faster than 6:30, and my legs felt tired. And that was because earlier in the day, I had a 1600 meter time trial, and I actually PR'd. I ran 4:58. I didn't film, sadly. I wish I had, just because I ran well. That evening, I had the VO2 Max test, and my legs were a little tired, so who knows, maybe I could have gone longer, I don't know. I felt like I should have been able to go longer. Once I got to 5-minute miles, the incline starts going up. And when the incline went up, that was when I slid back a little bit, and the back of my foot caught the end of the treadmill, and I started stumbling. I couldn't regain my balance, and then that was the end of the test. But still a good result though. I'm happy with it, considering I haven't done any speed work yet, so that means my anaerobic threshold is going to be lower than what it would be later in the season. So let's get into the results of the VO2 Max test. My VO2 Max is a 69.2. That was peak VO2 Max. Another thing that the test was able to tell me was my aerobic threshold and my anaerobic threshold. My aerobic threshold was about 7 minutes and 30 seconds per mile. My anaerobic threshold was about 540 to 545 minutes per mile. And if you do not know what the difference is between aerobic and anaerobic, basically aerobic means with oxygen and anaerobic means without oxygen. And yes, you are still breathing, but aerobic, your muscles are using oxygen and have enough oxygen to produce the energy needed to perform. Anaerobic is the opposite. Your muscles don't have enough oxygen, and therefore it's harder to produce enough energy, and so that's why lactic builds up in your legs. 545 to 540 minutes per mile is where the lactate begins to build for me. And your aerobic threshold is a pace that you should be able to hold for roughly 20 minutes, and you should be able to do that, and it shouldn't be super difficult. So that means that your aerobic threshold is lower than your race pace for 5K. And lastly, from this test, they were actually able to figure out the volume of air that I was breathing every minute, and that was 125 liters per minute, which is just crazy to think about. Like, you know, the 2-liter bottles of soda, I was breathing one of those every second. And you don't really realize how much you're breathing until you have a computer tracking it. So your VO2 max, your aerobic threshold, and your anaerobic threshold are all things that you can improve just by running. If you do a lot of base building, that's going to improve your aerobic threshold, which will also slightly improve your anaerobic threshold, and that is why right now your coaches are most likely having you do lots of base building, not too many workouts, not too many repeats on the track. So if you are looking to improve your anaerobic threshold, that is probably one of the simpler workouts you can do to improve your anaerobic threshold. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. This was so much fun. There will be more content coming from XLR8 because I didn't just get my VO2 max tested. I got some of my fast twitch muscles tested. So if you want a good laugh, you will definitely want to subscribe so you do not miss that video. It probably won't be the next video. I have some other content coming soon, but definitely in the future there will be more XLR8 content. So comment below if you have ever gotten your VO2 max test and let me know what your experience was. If you haven't gotten your VO2 max tested, do you want to get your VO2 max tested? Or you can just tell me how your running has been going in the last few weeks. And if you want to get your VO2 max tested, I definitely recommend going to XLR8 in Ankeny, Iowa. Go check them out. I'll put a link to their website below. But as always, live life to the max, run to the max, run to the VO2 max, live to the VO2 max, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.